What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to my 31 and 31 movie reviews for the spooky month of October. And today we are talking day 16. And day 16, we are talking about Natty Knocks. And I got to give a shout out for this one. This one was suggested to me, my boy Dubsy, aka Steve Wilson. Thanks for the suggestion for this. This one was a watch. I definitely appreciate the suggestion. And I definitely sat down and watched it. So let's get into Natty Knocks. Right off the bat, I looked at it and I was like, oh, okay. We got Danielle Harris in here. Oh, all right. We got Robert Englund. Okay, I'm interested. And wait, who's that? Bill Moseley as a serial killer? Again? I'm in. Let's do this. And who's it directed by? Dwight Little? Director of Halloween 5? Okay, not my favorite Halloween, but still a solid entry. All right, I'm gonna like this. That's what I said going into this movie. I did not say that coming out after watching this movie. This movie is, how do I put this? It started off with a good idea, and they literally left. It just fell apart. There's decisions in here I don't get. I still don't understand motivations. I'm gonna read off a couple of the ones that spoke out to me. So there's a cool opening scene, really cool opening scene, and it starts off with a sex scene, and it starts off with a hardcore sex scene where he's banging the fuck out this chick, like literally just banging the fucking wall. And he's like, say choke me. Say choke me. And then the fucking lady's like, choke me. Choke me harder. So we get that. And then you realize her son is under the bed the whole time, which is fucking weird. Look like it could start a Psycho remake with that, and like how Norman Bates became Norman Bates because he heard his mom bang, whatever. But like he's under the bed and they're banging loudly. I mean, it's obsessive. Like it's like bang, bang, bang. So I'm like, all right, I guess that's how you're starting the movie out. I mean, shit. All right, cool. And then we get like these wives or whatever, and I guess she's been sleeping with the woman's been sleeping with the whole town, and running a one woman brothel. So I was like, okay, okay. And then they come in there and they say, "Where's your black book?" I guess because she has all the names of husbands that she slept with in that black book, and I guess she's a witch too, besides being a whore. I guess. But okay. So they burn her. They take her and they burn her in the shed. They say, "Tell me where the black book is, or I'll burn you." And they burn her alive, and she dies, and that's pretty much it. Then they pick up with the urban legend of Natty Knocks. If she knocks 9 times, don't answer the door. I thought that was a cool idea. But again, there's a lot of cool ideas in here. They get lost in translation and a lot of stuff that makes no fucking sense. Um, so let's talk Bill. Let's talk the actors first. Okay, Danielle Harris looks like she's trying to make chicken salad out of chicken shit. Like this plot is so paper thin that it could go through the gaps in people's teeth. Like that, like legit. Um, let's talk actors. Bill Moseley looked like he is on cocaine this whole movie. He has that thousand eyes stare this whole fucking movie like he's this weird fucking guy. You find out he is Nathaniel Knox, which is Natty Knox's son, who was under the bed. And he just looks like he don't know where the fuck he is in this movie. Like he's got that wide eye stare, like thousand eyes stare the whole movie. And he's supposedly a cop, and people know him, and they're just like, "Hey, how's it going?" And he's like, "Okay, it's good." Like he's fucking weird for the sake of being weird, and nobody calls it out. Like I'm like, okay, all right. Robert Englund doesn't look like he knows where the fuck he is or wants to be in this movie. He phoned it in like a motherfucker in this movie. Like, I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And again, Daniel Harris is trying the best. Well, let's talk Bill Moseley's character. All right. The wide eye, stare, cocaine looking motherfucker. He wears makeup in this movie when he abducts and like watches these home movies of like these people he abducts. And he's got like this gray and black like paint on his face, like a Vietnam like war paint. Doesn't explain why he wears paint. Don't understand why he does this. He makes every victim yell, "Choke me," while he's killing them, which is weird. Like, that's a weird thing to yell while you're killing somebody. Say, "Choke me!" Like, I'm like, okay, all right. Um. Uh. Let's see what else. What else? Uh. So the ghost of Natty Knocks looks horrible. She looks like they put her over like a green screen, and all she tells Bill is "kill for me." Like, oh, okay. Um, there's a part where Britt's boyfriend, who's a character, does a face turn. Um, Bill's mouth was weird. The way he had his mouth in certain scenes was weird. The way he was acting was weird. Now, all right. So, all in all, this movie is fucking just. I did not like this movie. All right. I didn't. I thought this movie was really, really, really bad. Like I've told my boy who suggested this yesterday, I told Dubsy, I said, I could see where they were trying to come up with a good idea. But then once he got all the horror icons in there, the kind of story just went to the wayside, and he was just happy that he had all these people in his movie. I can see what they were trying to do, but it gets lost in translation because you're doing all these different things. Um, Now, would I suggest this movie for someone to watch? Honestly, no. You don't need to watch this movie. This movie is just bad. Um, I should have known when the only known cast were the actors of the horror legends that I know, and everybody else was all new. I should have known what I was getting myself into. But you know what? You never know what you do until you actually watch the actual film. I give Natty Knocks a 2 out of 5. Um, I give it only 2 stars because I could see what they were trying to come across. They were trying to do a revenge film of a witch, but then he's a slasher, and then we have weird, bizarre things happening in the movie. It's just a mess. It's just a mess. I wasn't a fan of this. So that is my review of Natty Knocks. For day 17, which is tomorrow, I am going to be reviewing Scream 2, which is a lot better of a slasher film than this. Yeah. So I will be doing that. That movie, Scream 2, was suggested to me by my friend CJ. I'm giving my homie a shout out for that. And I definitely can't wait to talk about Scream 2 tomorrow. So until next time, stay creepy, my friends.